Back to the phone lines, Yvonne, listening in Oklahoma. Hi, Yvonne.
Thank you, Hank. I appreciate you taking my call.
It's a pleasure.
Yes, I have a question. I guess it's like two parts to the question. We were studying at church about black characters in the Bible, and Noah came up, and the emphasis was on his son Ham, which I was wondering why was it Shem and Japheth wouldn't come up. And also, I've heard that archaeologists are saying that Adam and Eve were black.
Well, I mean, this is a matter for anthropology. The Bible really doesn't tell us, and I don't think it really matters whether they had more pigmentation in their skin than I do as a Dutchman. Race is really of no consequence in the Bible other than to run the race. But there are many people who would say that the ancestors of Canaan, the Canaanites, were Caucasian rather than Ethiopians, and therefore the passage has been abused in the past, cannot be used as justification for enslaving blacks. But the reality is the text doesn't really let us know, and I think if you really want to know the answer to this question, as you allude to in the prologue to the question, you have to resort to what you can glean from anthropology.
Okay, so I understood that there were studies that actually were saying like the Kush people were black people.
Well, it may be. It's not what I understand from my very cursory study of anthropology in this regard. So I don't know about this, and I don't know that there's any archaeological evidence to that extent. But again, it's not an issue for me. One thing that has been held by geneticists is called the founder principle, that groups became isolated as a result of the confusion of their languages at the Tower of Babel and only drew upon a fraction of the total gene pool. But again, this is a matter that the Bible doesn't deal with, and so we have to find the answer to that in general revelation, either through anthropology or archaeology or some other discipline. I'm going to have to leave it at that because we are coming up to a station break. I want to mention as we go to break how important it is for you to stand with the ministry of the Christian Research Institute prayerfully and financially. We rely on your support. Without you doing your part, we cannot do our part. We do what we do because truth matters. I hope you appreciate that. We're never going to be politically correct. We're never going to pander. We're not trying to be popular. We have an audience of one ultimately, and that is the Lord. We'll give an answer to Him for what we have said, what we have communicated. That's why James makes it very clear, let not many of you be teachers, because with teaching there is a stricter judgment. Let me know that you're standing with us prayerfully and financially. You can give in a safe, secure fashion on the web at equip.org, or just write me at Box 8500, Charlotte, North Carolina, zip code 28271. We'll be right back with more answers to your questions.